Let's say you regularly receive a document like a credit card statement, which you would like to analyze in Excel, but unfortunately you receive it in a PDF format. Well, we can use Microsoft Power Query to convert the PDF to Excel format. We will also try to set up a folder where we will place PDF files each month, and our Power Query should be able to update itself and output the resultant in an Excel format. Our sample credit card statement is very simple. I downloaded it from the website. I will link it in the comment section. All right, so the data we are interested in is these lines here. We don't need all of the data in the header section or the total amount. Let's create and save a new Excel file. All right, so let me copy the link for our credit card statement. Back in our Excel, click on Data tab. Within Data tab, we will click on Get Data and then From File and From PDF. So I'm going to add the link I copied earlier. Click on Open. Okay, so the navigator box shows two options, table 001 and page 001. Both look very similar, but we will go with table option as it is the preferred option. Click on transform data. So we are only interested in data from this line onwards. The description, date and bonus, these will be our header columns. So we don't need the rows above from 1 through, I'm going to say 6. So let's remove top 6 rows. Click on remove rows option. Click on remove top rows. Type 6 here, the number of rows we want to remove. Click on OK, and it removes the top 6 rows. Column 1 seems to be empty, so let's remove that as well. Right click on the column, click on remove, and the column is gone. Now that we have our desired columns, let's promote top rows as header. So we click on use first rows as headers, and it promotes the first rows as headers. We see that we have a last line where it says total amount. We don't need this as well. So in the description column, we will apply a filter. Click on this drop down box here. In the text filters, we will say does not contain, and here we will type it out in caps, total amount. Click on OK. And we see that this row has been filtered out. It's recommended to do the data transformations at the end, specifically the data types, because you will see that the Power Query hardcodes the column names when you change the data types. This causes issues if and when your source data does not have a specific column anymore. So our date column will be date and time. As you can see here, let's convert this to date/time. So far so good. This will stay as a text or string. These two we need to be in the decimal format. So we select both of the columns, right click on it, transform. In change type, we'll click on decimal number, and you can see it has changed the types of both columns. Interesting to note here that Power Query has hard-coded these column types here, so this is why this steps needs to be done at the end once we have removed the rows and the columns. So let's click on close and load. I'm just going to change this, rename the query. It's always a good idea to rename it. I'm going to say PDF to Excel one file. Click on close and load, and this loads it as an Excel table. All right, now let's say we have a situation where we want to dump our credit card statements every month to a folder and would like it to continue to summarize that information in Excel for us as soon as we dump the information. So let's go back to data tab. So we will just create a copy of our original PDF credit card statement. It will be similar, but it's just a copy of it. I'm just doing it so we have multiple files that we can combine together. So let's go back to data tab, and this time select from file, from folder. From file, from folder, and we will give it the folder where we would like to dump our PDF files, which is the folder that is currently selected. Click on open. This opens a new dialog box listing everything within the folder. It also gives the option to combine, load, and transform data or cancel. Since our folder has Excel and Notepad files in it as well, we cannot directly combine these, so we click on transform data. All right, so first thing I want to do is I will uppercase all of the extension values, because sometimes Windows might pick some of the extension in uppercase. I select this column extension, right click on it, click on transform, and then hit uppercase, and this converts all of the extensions to uppercase. Now we want the query to only combine PDF files, so click on extension column and select PDF. Right, so we don't need all of these columns. We just need to retain these two columns. So I'm going to select these two columns and say remove other columns. Now it's time to combine our PDF files. On the content column, we see that we have two arrows facing downward. If you hover over it, it says combine files. Click on it. All right, so it will perform some steps and it will open the same box which we used before to combine our one PDF file. So click on the table name and click on OK. It will do a bunch of steps, create some parameters, create a sample query as well. And once done, it will give us a Power Query with combined data from both PDF files. All right, so this does combine the files, but it adds the headers from the PDF files as well, which we removed in our other query. The way this works is sample query has been created. which we can see here says transform sample file. So what it's doing is for each of the PDF file we feed to it in the folder column, it will perform all of these steps on that specific PDF. In this case, what it's doing is it's just loading up the PDF file and then combining each PDF file in this format, which we see right here in the final result. Now we want to replace this sample query with our query which we created right here, the one with the top header columns removed, which we don't need. So we will get a bit creative and copy paste our query into a notepad. You can click on advanced editor on home tab and select all of it and copy and paste it in a notepad. So this is basically the M code for Power Query. M code is the language which Microsoft Power Query uses behind all of this user interface. Click on cancel. Now with our M code copied, let's open transform sample file query. We'll modify this and change it as per our own query which we created earlier. So click on advanced editor. Now you can see this only has few steps, and if we look at our own query, it has similar steps but more steps. So we can see that the table 001, the above query ends here. So what we are going to do is we are going to add a comma here, add some new rows, and we'll copy and paste from here onwards till the end. So what it's doing is it's adding all of these new steps into their Power Query without actually adding the steps again. Once all is done, you will see it says here no syntax errors have been detected, which means that we have copy pasted it correctly. Let's say if I remove the comma from here, it will tell me that token comma expected, and it's also showing me that this line is causing the errors. So let me add the comma back and we are good to go again. Click on OK. And you can see now the transform sample file is showing us the correct result. This means that every PDF file which we feed to this query, it will run through this Power Query step, and then the final result will be combined into this query, which is right here, which seems correct. We need to fix the data type, so let's fix it. This was date and time, this was text, and these two columns were decimal numbers. Click close and load. And we have our updated query in which it's combining two files. So let's add another file here. I'm just going to copy and paste this to make a copy of it. And as soon as I click on refresh, it will add new lines here, which will tell us that the Power Query we created is working fine. Let's right click on it, click on refresh, and boom, we have the new data added here. The only assumption is that the data needs to be in the similar format every month, and this will continue to work. All right, that's it for this video. I hope you learned something new. If you like the content, support the channel by liking and subscribing. Till next time, happy learning.